According to family history, my grandfathers both fought on this day at Gallipoli at different armies. My father's dad, Manchester born and bred, fought for Britain. My mother's dad said he fought as an ANZAC. Mother's dad lost an eye disembarking and blamed Churchill for the rest of his life. There's no army record of him at Gallipoli, but he managed to get himself permanent disability for the rest of his long life. His eye injury was real. He could not see very well out of the other, but he could drink himself silly at Western Suburbs Rugby Union Club, acquiring a name on a faceboard as a patron before dying in 75. As passengers in the vehicle, if another car was aggressive and overtaking on the road and displayed a registration plate, he could still come out with a bloody Queenslander. The Manchester guy was a bigger character. Everyone who knew him liked him except his wife. He never progressed to corporal, but reached the highest technical grade of Bombadier and knew gradients almost as well as horses. He survived there and the Western Front and Ireland before the uprisings. Then he married and went to Australia. In World War II, he served again for Roden Cutler's mob in the Middle East, demobbing before Cutler went to PNG. His diary was included in the regimental diary. He died in 75 too. Small things changed the world. There was no reason for Gallipoli, but had it been successful, then the world would have been different. World War I would have finished much sooner, with Allies pushing into Europe through the back door. Russia would still have had czars. US would not have entered the war. Britain would have grown. The failure of Gallipoli meant much too. The rise of Murdoch as a newsman and all those other changes, including the continued existence of a genocidal Turkey. Murdoch had said that there was opposition to the battle, and that could not be reported, but that things were promoted, including casualty lists which sapped the will back home in Australia. One telling statistic, not often remembered these days, is that the retreat from Gallipoli was bloodless. Turkey was tottering, her ability to fight sapped from her genocidal efforts. Maybe another push would have sufficed. But there were winners in British High Command who opposed Churchill and who benefited from the loss in a temporary way. Imagine no communism. It's easy if you try.